What's going on? It's your boy, IMB Paula. Would you guys still watch this if I actually started the video like that? I don't know. What's going on, everyone? It's IMB Paula. I just want to do another journal entry that's going to be more talking about what I'm doing with my time that I have. I basically had 2 weeks to myself as far as being able to focus on nothing but content, no work, and also kind of being limited as far as not being able to go to the gym. So I wanted to make this video because I feel like there's probably people struggling right now with what's going on. So a lot of people are kind of have a lot of time at home, but also too in the future, this might come up with vacations. If you have time off, you know, what you're trying to do to be productive or remain productive within those times. So I just want to tell everyone what I'm doing because I feel like I've had this experience before where I had a week where I did nothing but stay in my house and I just basically focused on content. And I noticed a couple things that I wanted to change, and I feel like I've implemented some of those, and I've also added some other things to help me remain productive as well as mentally healthy for the most part. I don't want everyone to think that I'm over here and I'm like, Mr. Happy-Go-Lucky, staying at home and stuff like that. But I mean, I feel like I've done a pretty decent job at keeping a good positive mentality about it. So without further ado, let's go and step into it. So number one, what I've been doing, I am keeping a normal routine. Now, what does that mean to everybody? So what that means to me is that I'm trying to wake up at a regular time, right? So every day I'm trying to wake up around the same time. I'm making sure that I'm trying to stick to my normal diet. I know that at least right now, with the worry of food perishing and stuff like that, people have been maybe going outside of their normal diets and stuff like that, because me personally, I don't eat a whole lot of frozen foods, but I probably got a little more than I normally do just to make sure that I have food in case, you know, I can't make it out of the house or I can't go somewhere for some reason, or just trying to do my best to stay put where I'm at. Cleaning my environment, taking pride in it, doing the dishes, doing the laundry, making sure that nothing gets out of hand as far as like, you know, it gets too cluttered, it gets too messy. I feel like when you have like just a messy environment around you, it tends to kind of take a toll on you mentally, and you might not notice it right away. But me personally, I feel like that's how I feel, is that if it's too cluttered, too messy, and it's an extended period of time, it's frustrating. What's really frustrating is also this damn camera angle. All right, let's do more of a downward kind of like MySpace look here. All right, let's do that. So again, I think the main focus with this point is going to be I try and keep the same routine that I possibly have now or before, and make sure that I'm continuing with it. I feel like when you get into a routine or you get into a groove and then you get knocked out of it, whether it be like taking time off from work, even that can feel like it's a negative or it's a pushback against you, because you're like, what do I do with this time? How do I normally use this time? And you're not really sure what to do. So that's kind of been one thing that I've been focusing on, is making sure that I have normal time I'm trying to go to bed around at, also having a time that I'm also trying to wake up at as well too. And then again, making sure that I'm eating, because again, sometimes we might not eat that healthy, or you know, whatever our diet looks like, you might eat outside of your diet and what it normally is, or you might overeat because you're bored and you don't have anything else to do. Point being with this step, again, is just try keeping the closest thing to a normal schedule that you can do, and go from there. And if you don't really have a normal schedule, try just sitting down and writing out a list of what you want to do throughout the entire week, and break that down by day. You know, like Monday, this is what it looks like. Tuesday is what it looks like. Wednesday is what it looks like. Whether it's working out, walking, you know, doing other things like that. Trying to plan that so again, you get into a rhythm with your new environment, essentially, is what I'm trying to say. And number two is really big for me because I feel like it impacts me from a mental standpoint as well as a physical standpoint. Working out from home. I'm a big advocate about working out and stuff like that. 2 years ago, I used to weigh 235 pounds. I went to the gym and I ended up losing 50 pounds by staying consistent at the gym as well as my diet. Something that I've noticed is that my mental health actually takes an impact whenever I don't work out. So that's also another negative side effect of it. So I make sure that I continue working out. Took me a couple days because I'll be honest, it was really weird and awkward trying to figure out what to do since I didn't have the normal benches and machines to work on. So I literally just looked up a 20-minute at-home workout, and honestly, it kind of kicked my butt. I'm not gonna lie, my biggest suit was not cardio in the gym, and I don't really do a whole lot of like body lifting. Like I don't do workouts where it requires me to do a lot of like my own body lifting. This was a huge change for me. However, I feel like now I'm kind of getting into the rhythm of it. I feel much better. I'm actually pretty sore, to be honest, which is kind of surprising. Again, this might differ for everyone because we're not all at the same physique, you know, journey as far as our health goes and stuff like that. Just doing something, whether it's just a light workout, whether it's a 20-minute workout, sit-ups, crunches, stretching every hour since you're sitting at home so much, if that's what you're doing, which is what I'm doing, I think it's gonna make a huge benefit, just making sure that you're keeping your physical health in mind, because I think a physically healthy body also helps mentally as well too. Just something about working out personally that makes me feel better about myself and just gives me a mental boost whenever I do it, and even afterwards. Also, too, again, I had no clue what to do from home. I didn't know any at-home workouts, so I literally just went on Google and YouTube, and I found something that, honestly, it worked for me. Try a couple different videos. Maybe ask a few friends. Maybe send out a tweet and ask someone there. Just, look it up and see if you like it, or even just look at what the comments say and try that. If it works out, great. If it doesn't, change it. So, step number 3, hygiene, taking care of yourself. What do I mean by that? Make sure you're taking showers. Make sure you're brushing your teeth. Make sure that you're combing your hair. Make sure that you're lining up your beard. You might not be going on any dates or something like that, or going to any restaurants at the moment, going on dates or being seen out in public. However, surprisingly, I didn't know this, FaceTime or video dating is actually pretty popular right now. So even if you're not FaceTime dating or video dating, you still want to take care of yourself. Even if it's just you in your own home like it is with me. I personally just live alone, but I still make sure that I'm trying to trim up my beard, line it up, make sure I'm taking care of myself, make sure that I smell good, I feel good, that kind of thing. I'll even spritz cologne on me every now and again. I swear I'm not that shallow and I'm not that much into myself. That much. But keeping up with laundry, I know it probably shouldn't have to be said, but again, it's just one of those little reminders to make sure that you are on top of that stuff. Because again, I feel like when you go from working in an environment where it's a work environment, you have to work, to working from home, it can completely change your rhythm and how you live from a day-to-day basis. So again, even the simplest things that sound stupid to mention might need to be mentioned. And number 4 is keep your friends and inspirations close. So me personally, I've been making sure that I've been trying to keep in contact with my friends even a little bit more, especially with this added time that I have, which is kind of nice actually. But I'm trying to keep up with my friends more and stuff like that, make sure I'm staying involved, staying up late night and just talking to them and stuff like that. Things I didn't normally might have made time to just, take the extra time to hang out with people, because to be honest, just even hearing their voices in a call, it makes all the world of difference instead of just texting people and stuff like that. So I strongly encourage trying to get into a phone call, Discord call. Discord, you say? Wink. Make sure you get into a Discord call, just something to be able to hear them. Video call or something like that, I think is extremely important just to kind of keep yourself social and stuff like that. Get that little bit of extra that social requirement, Because it's easy to just sit there and get lost in Facebook Messenger, Discord, or just texting and stuff like that. Just text-based conversations. Get into a voice call, get into a video call with someone. And also, too, on top of it, again, inspirations. The reason why I say your inspiration is close is because I feel like it's very easy to kind of get down in the rut, to feel very unmotivated and stuff like that. So keep some people that inspire you. A lot of my friends that are in the content creation world inspire me every single day, whether they're streamers, photographers, videographers, just their posts on Twitter and stuff like that. I try and actually make sure that I absorb more of their content to help inspire me to continue my content and to get myself out of those ruts. There have been times where I've been just sitting there and I don't want to get up, I don't want to do anything, I don't feel like doing anything, and I'm starting to kind of feel like I'm slipping backwards, and then I watch a video that they've produced, whether it's a vlog or a review or just watch a stream and interact with someone. It makes you feel a lot better. And again, this is more just from my experience, what I'm feeling. That's how I'm trying to keep myself inspired and motivated. And number 5 would be make sure that you have a distraction and a release. So if you just sit there and you stream all the time or create content, have something else that's going to take up time to get you away from that space. I've actually noticed that I kind of like having a job as well as being full-time content. Not quite there yet, team. We're working on it. I noticed I liked having the balance of my full-time job and content because it helps balance each other out. So that way, if I'm feeling kind of down in the dumps about content, I go to work and I feel maybe a little bit better about that. Or if I feel down in the dump about work, then I feel better about my content and stuff like that. Or maybe my content is doing really well and that kind of brings me up as a person as a whole. So it keeps me balanced. So make sure you have some sort of release, whether it's, working out, going, walking around. I was gonna say going to the gym. Whether it's working out, walking around, if it's even just taking a car ride somewhere to nowhere, just driving your car around, just something to kind of pull you out of that element that you're constantly sitting in. Because if you just sit there and you're nonstop streaming, y'all get the point. If you're just sitting there doing that one thing over and over and over, it's gonna get too monotonous and you might not like it. Maybe you do, maybe you don't. I don't know. Me personally, I can't just sit there and do that one thing all the time. I got to have other things to balance my life out and give me more than just one thing to look forward to. And then this one's kind of a bonus, just given the time that I'm actually releasing this video with all the COVID stuff going on. This is something that I try and do and I try and practice, and it helps keep me mentally in a better place. Is just try and be thankful for whatever you have. You might not have a lot, you might have a little. There might be other people that have more than you or less than you. And I think even minus this situation going on, a lot of times we can kind of look at what we don't have versus what we do have. So again, little bonus tip is be thankful for what you have. Count whatever small, positives you have in your life. If there isn't a whole lot, just try and focus on those positive things that are going well versus not going well. Currently right now, I'd consider myself very fortunate given my situation. So I'm very, very thankful for it. And again, I know that not everyone has the same positives I have that you can look at, but that's what I've been doing is I've been trying to look at the positive things going on in my life, and I've just been trying to be thankful for those and help that keep me positive. And that's basically it. Those are the 5 things I'm trying to do to keep myself healthy, positive in these trying times. I know I'm more of a jokey kind of person, stuff like that, and I don't try to get too serious too much. Truly from the bottom of my heart, I really, really hope that if you're watching this, you're doing as well as possible, and I wish you the best with everything going on. I truly, truly do. If you guys need more content, if you guys have any questions, or if you guys need to reach out to someone or DM someone or whatever, my links are down in the description below, so feel free to check those out. I'm a content creator that mainly streams on Twitch. I'm very active on Twitter as well. You can generally catch me live 4 or 5 times throughout the week, maybe a little bit more given the circumstance. So feel free to follow the page, subscribe right down here with the subscribe button, wherever it's going to be on this video. I'm still pretty new to this stuff, I'm sorry. Or connect with me on stuff like Twitter, Instagram, and things like that. I try and keep a daily story going, so if you need some comic relief or whatever, I'm here for you as much as I can be. All right? Have an amazing time. You are loved. I'm going to leave now. Goodbye.
One enemy remaining.
Woo! What? What? Dude, that fucking triple. Are you serious, dude?
Flawless.
Bro, that triple kill? Are you fucking for real? Woo!
Is the bomb planted? Oh.
Bro.
Alright, I was wondering why the wasn't ended.
What? Yeah, yeet!